What is going on, Grinders? It's Chief. We're in the building. It's Take Your Pick'em. We are back from the break. It is Friday, July 14th, 2023, and I am elated to be back with you, beautiful people, and excited to finish off the second half of the MLB season with the bang. We won't just cover MLB. Like I said, we'll talk some WNBA. This is going to be a show that I hope continues to stretch out. We'll talk NFL when NFL season comes along. We'll talk NBA when NBA season comes along. And so this is a show for the people, by the people. And I'm, once again, just grateful that you guys are able to come on, invite me into your homes, invite me into your cars, invite me into your workouts, wherever you are, and we're able to try to help everyone make a little money at the same time. So we're going to kick this thing off with winning words of wisdom, one of my favorite segments, and this one is coming from Baker Mayfield of all people. Was my favorite team was the Carolina Panthers in terms of the NFL, and so he was our quarterback for a little while. I didn't like him as a quarterback, but this quote I actually do like, and it says, "It doesn't matter what cards you're dealt. It's what you do with those cards. Never complain. Just keep pushing forward. Find a positive in anything and just fight for it." And I think that's so true. Now, look, bad things are going to happen. That's the world we live in. Things aren't going to go your way all the time. And so I always tell people, you need to embrace that emotion. You need to grieve. You need to cry. You need to be angry. But don't stay in that position, right? Don't settle there. Take your few moments. And then let's push forward. Let's always think positively. You can have, and I say this all the time, you can have the life you want to have. Positivity is a great part of that. Positivity coupled with a great work ethic is there as well. Find me some lazy people, and I'll show you some guys that maybe don't feel like their life is just going the way that they want it to go. Work hard, fight for what you believe in, stay positive. Boom. So glad to have you back with us, brother, a staple of the prop shop. And it's good to see you here this morning. Let's go over our recap. So when we left on a Friday, and on the month, as it stands right now, we are at 13-5 through July 14th. We're at 13-5. We closed it out at right before the All-Star break. Andrew Abbott, we wanted more than 7 strikeouts. We took an L there. Hunter Brown, we wanted more than 6 strikeouts. We were able to get a win there. Castillo, more than 5.5, took an L there. Gonsolin, less than 5.5, took a win there. And Glassdown, more than 7.5, we took the win there to bring our monthly total up to 13-5. So we've been having a good month, and let's hope we come out of the gates swinging and are able to put together a quality card yet again. Now, coming right out of the gate, I don't like this slate as much. It's not one that I'm thrilled about. It just doesn't feel great to me in terms of the slate. But what I will say is I do think there's some opportunities for us. And so I think we're going to start right off with one of my favorites. We're going to start off. He's one of the highest strikeout pitchers on the slate. And so in my opinion, I don't think there's going to be a secret here. I think everybody knows where we're going. One of the things that I've learned in this industry, in my opinion, if you stick with the guys that have the goods over the long term, you're going to come out okay. We're starting with Tyler Glasnow, folks. He was at 7.5 across the industry, I think, on yesterday. I figured he was going to move. The sites just started putting things up pretty early. Even at 8 strikeouts, I want more than that projection, folks. He's facing the Kansas City Royals, who over the course of the season, the strikeouts have really come up. When we look at where they are today, we see Mr. Garcia here at 26%, Bobby Witt at 22%, Prado at 38%, Salvi Perez 23%, MJ Melendez at 28%, Isbell at 18%, very low, obviously. Nicky Lopez 60.8%, very low. They're always going to be very low. But then they're sandwiched in between them. We've got Massey at 30% and Drew Waters at 36%. And a lot of these guys have enough plate appearances now for us to kind of make some really solid decisions. They also don't have high WOBA, which is weighted on base average, so they're not getting on base a ton. And then in terms of the ISOs, as we can see, not a whole lot of power in this lineup outside of Witt and Salvador Perez. So I am very excited about what we should see from Mr. Glasnow tonight. On the season, as of right now, we see Glasnow at a 36.4% K rate, 36.2% to lefties, 36.6% to righties. Over the past 30 days, and we've seen this thing start to climb, 39.3%, 43.9% to lefties, 34.5% to righties. One of the things I like about Glasnow, he is a high-velocity fastball guy, so that's always good. Look at that velocity there, 98.62 miles per hour. He's throwing fastball, slider, curveball. So this is a good mix. And Tyler Glasnow, he really does have a pretty good curveball, throwing about almost 85 miles an hour, and he's got really good drop on that pitch, so that helps him create strikeouts as well, keep the batters off balance. But once again, Glasnow at 8. It could be a push, but I'm willing to take on that risk today because of the matchup. I think this is a higher upside matchup. We've seen Glasnow pick up double-digit strikeouts a couple times this season already. And so my thinking is, if this was Spencer Strider, if this was one of the other higher strikeout guys, if this was DeGrom, a very healthy DeGrom, I think we'd be leaning over at the 8 strikeout mark. So even at this particular juncture here, even though Glasnow's up to 8, I still like it. I think this is a good proposition for us. So I'm going to side even at 8. I'm going more than that projection. And then Mr. John Krajewski, that might be Krajewski. John, you can drop that in the chat. It's either Krajewski or Krajewski. I want to pronounce that correctly. We'll go with John for now. He said, it sounds like North Carolina is going to have a book in the future. With that said, favorite book bet today, I'm probably going to lean with Glasnow at 7.5. Once again, the pick'em sites, they're at 8. But I think if you're in anywhere near the sports books, I do like Glasnow at 7.5. I'm not sure what the odds are, so I haven't looked at that yet this morning. I will write up some stuff for the scores and odds as well, but I haven't seen that yet. So, but Glasnow at 8, that's definitely one we want to attack. All right, we're moving to our next one here, and this is going to be a game in the Great American Ballpark. We're going with Graham Ashcraft. Graham Ashcraft is sitting at 4.5 strikeouts, and I do know that the Milwaukee Brewers have some strikeouts in this lineup. I fully understand that. But Graham Ashcraft, look at the strikeouts on the season. 16.4%, 18.4% to lefties, 14.6% to righties over the past 30 days. And he did come off of a small injury. I think he took a shot in the leg. I think that's what it was. 14.5%, 14.6% to lefties, 14.3% to righties. Once again, there are some strikeouts here, but I think that's going to be minimized by Graham Ashcraft's lower K rate. So we do see Yelich here at 20%, Contreras at 20, Adames at 22, Winker at 24, Miller 16, Tapia at 21, Anderson at 30, Turang at 23, Weimer at 27.9. Once again, like I said, there are some strikeouts here, but at 4.5, I think I like the less than. I like the under here. Excuse me. Let me grab a little bit of water. I'm in my throat there. Sorry about that, folks. Thank you. Sorry about that. The disadvantage of doing a show by yourself sometimes. Got to grab that drink. But yeah, Graham Ashcraft, I think the strikeout rate is just a little bit too low. One of the things that we've seen with Graham Ashcraft as well is this guy gives up hits. And so when you're giving up hits and you're walking guys, you're not going to see a lot of strikeouts. In the past couple of games here, like in the Washington game, which is a lower strikeout team, 7 hits. Now, he did face San Diego, which is a pretty good team. Had a good matchup there, only 3 hits. Faced the Atlanta Braves, gave up 10 hits. Faced the Dodgers, only gave up 3 hits. Faced Milwaukee earlier in June, gave up 9 hits. So the thing is, when you're not striking guys out and you're walking guys, right? And he's been walking guys now. The walks have gotten better. He was around 10% on the season, 9.1 to be exact. But when you're walking guys and giving up hits, that's minimizing the strikeouts. They're kind of working hand in hand there. So once again, with Graham Ashcraft sitting at 14.5% over the last 30 days, 16% on the season, I definitely like less than this particular projection. So at 5.5, once again, I like less than this projection. I think this is a good opportunity for us. I definitely think that Milwaukee in the Great American Ballpark, once again, one of the better hitting ballparks in the league, I think they're going to have an opportunity to do some damage. Now, once again, when you look over this team, the ISO numbers, the power numbers aren't great. And I'm fully aware of that. But I think we see some good contact today, and we're looking for Babbitt to be on our side. So Once again, they've got a lower strikeout pitcher today in Graham Ashcraft. Milwaukee should be able to do some damage at 4.5. I want less than that particular projection. All right, we're going to move on to another one. And this is one I was on the fence. I was really on the fence here about this one, but I really think this is a good proposition for us. I think this guy is going to be able to limit the damage. We're going to go out to Atlanta, where the White Sox are coming to town, and we've got Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton is sitting at 2.5 earned runs allowed, and that should be across the industry, if I'm not mistaken. Should be across the industry. 2.5 earned runs allowed. I want less than that projection. One of the things about Charlie Morton, he typically is going to be able to limit the damage, and the strikeout stuff has come up here recently as well, just a tick. Now, he's at 26% on the season, 30% to lefties, 21% to righties. Over the past 30 days, that gap is getting a little bit closer. 27% overall, 31% to lefties, 24% to righties. One of the things I do like about Morton is he keeps the ball on the ground. On the season, 47.7% ground ball rate, 52% to lefties, 44% to righties, 50% over the past 30 days, 54% to lefties, which is spectacular. That's going to help us out with a guy like Andrew Benintendi, who doesn't strike out a lot but has very low power numbers. Hopefully we can get some soft ground balls to second or third and some quick outs. 48.6% to righties. What you're going to see with Morton here, all the time, most times when guys keeping the ball on the ground and getting soft contact, look at the ISO numbers that he's giving up. Not giving up a lot of power to any of his pitches, maybe outside of the four seam where it's 55%, a 55% hard hit rate. But other than that, not giving up a lot of hard contact, throwing the curve about 41% of the time, mixing in fastball, mixing in changeup. So I really like this for Morton. I think this is a spot, once again, where we could see him really limit the damage. When we look at how the White Sox are hitting the curveball, we're going to switch this here. You see, you can change it from all pitch types. We're going to go to the curve. Look at the strikeout numbers. Now, this is very, very limited batted ball events in terms of season, but look at how this team is hitting the curve, folks. I mean, we've got extremely high strikeout numbers, which should aid us. So if guys are striking out, guys are getting soft contact, guys hitting soft contact balls on the ground, we're getting quick outs. That's going to limit the earned runs allowed. So at 2.5, basically what I'm saying is, hey, Morton, go out, get your 6 innings, do your job, mow this team down, and let the Atlanta Braves continue to pummel their opponents. So at 2.5 earned runs allowed, I really like this opportunity for us. I have some PrizePicks videos also that I'll be putting out today, which will cover PrizePicks specifically. What we're doing now, though, is we're covering the industry in a general sense. I will have out PrizePicks videos. I do those on Mondays and Thursdays. Those have done very well also. So you're more than welcome to check those out. Those will be posted on YouTube. They'll also be posted on Twitter. And guess what, folks? If you're enjoying this content, if you swing by to hang out with your good, friendly neighborhood chief, hit the thumbs up button. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every weekday, Monday through Friday, not on the weekends. Got to have a little time off to hang out with the fam. So that is where I'm at today. Like I said, we're going to keep it simple. If I was going to do a power play, it would probably be a round robin of sorts with these 3 plays. That's how I would do it, and that is what I'm going to do as well. So I really like these. I'll have 2 other plays that I discuss in the PrizePicks videos, which are PrizePicks specific. But once again, let's go over our recap. We'll go in reverse. I know we just talked about it, but we've got Charlie Morton. 2.5 earned runs allowed. We want less than that projection. We've got Graham Ashcraft at 4.5 strikeouts. We want less than that projection. We've got Tyler Glasnow at 8 strikeouts. We want more than that projection. Folks, thanks so much for coming back to hang out with me right out of the All-Star break. I'm Chief. This has been Take Your Pick'em. Come in with your pockets empty. Leave with your pockets full. Let's get the sweep. And I'll see you back here on Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody.